Good morning, Kuya Mikmik. Good morning to everyone. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, it's May the 10th po mga kababayan. Good morning, Kuya Mikmik.
Good morning, Kuya Nicky. Friday na, mga kababayan. Friday na dito sa Canada. Malapit na ang weekend para makapagpahinga tayo. Palakas. Good morning, good day, good evening to all of our viewers and the rest of the world. Ito po, ang Morning with the Kuyas.
Ayan po, ako po si Kuya Nicky, ang inyong education consultant.
Yan, ako po ang inyong RCIC, Regulated Canadian Immigration Consultant po, si Kuya Mikmik po. And we are part of Team Sun-Cor.
Yan, ininiyahan po namin lahat na kung pwede niyo po i-share yung live session for today kasi this is another special guesting po namin for today. Meron po kaming school na from Alberta na bumisita sa Morning with the Kuyas, and we're very excited kasi nga po Alberta is one of the top destination of Filipinos. Di ba, Kuya Mikmik?
Yes, tama yan. Right now, not only Filipinos, but the rest of the world are also taking interest in Alberta, mga kababayan. So, lagi ko sinasabi sa mga tao, staying in Canada is one thing, but prospering is another. So, if you want to stay in a place that would be growing or is currently growing the fastest amongst the country, then you could also consider Alberta po. At napakaganda po ng school na bisita natin ngayon.
Yes. So Kuya Mikmik, ano muna tayo? Shoutout muna tayo sa ating mga viewers, no? Sa mga international student po na kakadating lang po, that kaka-start lang po nila sa May intake o tinatawag na spring or summer intake po. Welcome to Canada. I hope na nakapag-adjust po kayo. Makinig lang po kayo, sit back and relax, and kami po bahala sa kwentuhan. And kung may mga katanungan po kayo, no, please don't hesitate to comment your question. May sasagot naman po si Kuya Mikmik, ang ating licensed immigration consultant, if it's an immigration question. And of course, sa mga nag-graduate, bro, congratulations.
Ay, nako, dami na congratulations. At syempre, as proud Kuyas, yung mga honor student natin, congratulations din po for dun sa talagang galing na pinakita ninyo representing yung talento at talino ng mga Pilipino. Congratulations. Siguro Kuya Nicky, congratulate din natin yung mga na-PR. Yan, congratulations po sa mga na-PR na at dun sa mga nakatanggap na mga provincial nominations. So yan, you deserve it. Good job.
Yan. At saka yung mga nag-a-apply pa lang po, this is the best time to start your journey. Mag-join po kayo sa event tulad nito, where we will discuss everything about Canada, more on immigration. And of course, yung mga nasa Pilipinas, wag niyo pong kalimutan, ang mga Kuyas po ay uuwi po this coming August 10. No?
Yan.
Yan po, Balik Bayan with the Kuyas. Yan, Expo na po to. Si Kuya Mikmik will discuss what are the different pathways to come to Canada as a student, as a worker, as an immigrant, as a tourist, no? And of course, libre po to, wala po tong bayad, mga kaibigan. It's gonna be on August 10, 2024 in Fairmont, Makati. Ayan po, from 12 noon to 5 p.m. And you can scan the QR code po para makasama po kayo sa aming mga paraffle, no? Ano ba yung mga paraffle natin, bro?
Ayan, so libre na, may paraffle pa, mga kababayan. Nung una, mga kababayan, inisip namin yung mga TV. Kaso naisip namin, kung papunta na kayong Canada, ang hirap pitpitin ng TV. So doon tayo sa something equally useful, especially for students. Mga laptop tayo, Kuya Nicky. Yan yung ipapapremyo natin, mga laptop.
Laptop? Ayan. So talagang magagamit niyo po. So wag niyo pong kalimutan, this coming August 10, 2024, at Fairmont, Makati from 12 noon to 5 p.m. It's a Saturday po to, wala pong bayad. You can bring your family, your friends, your co-workers po to witness po the reality of going to Canada. So sabi nga namin, we will bring Canada closer to our kababayan. Kami po mismo from Canada uuwi para lang i-explain sa inyo kung ano talaga ang nangyayari dito sa Canada. Ayan. So, abang sinishare ko rin po sa ibang mga ano natin. Bro, is there any immigration updates that you want to share or
Immigration updates, mga kababayan, meron tayong, kung tumaas yung proof of funds for international students, tumaas din yung proof of funds under the express entry. So, wag po tayong mabahala. Now it's going to cover 50% of the low income cutoff. So every year, kung magbago yung LICO, for example, kung tumaas ito, tataas din yung proof of funds. Wag po tayong mag-alala kasi kung tayo naman ay magta-target ng CEC or Canadian Experience Class, tayo naman po ay exempted dito. So yung mas tatamaan ito yung mga federal skilled workers at federal skilled trades workers. So ito yung mga most of the time applicants na nanggagaling outside Canada na dumadating. Pero kung kayo ay inland at for example, meron kayong approved job offer, na qualified job offer, pwede rin kayo ma-exempt dito. Pero again, PR na kasi to, most likely naman pag PR yung application, dadalhin nyo talaga yung baon nyo kasi magsisettle na kayo talaga sa Canada. So, ito yung, mag-start po ito May 28, 2024. So, yun yung mga, isa sa mga latest nating updates pagdating dito. Sa caregiver, pahapyawan ko na rin, Kuya Nikki, malapit nang matapos yung caregiver pilot program na 5-year program, yung home child care provider at home support worker. Pero mag-abang-abang po tayo kasi hindi naman nawawala yung caregiver program ng Canada. Lagi lang itong napapalitan o nag-change ng policy, normally for the better. Dati 24 months experience, ngayon 12 months experience na lamang. I think kung hindi June or July, I have to double check yung exact date kung kailan siya. Gawan ko lang siya ng separate video. Pero malapit na po itong matapos. So ingat po kayo kung may mga recruiter na pagala-gala at sinasabihan kayo otherwise na matagal pa. So malapit na po siya matapos for the middle of the year. But it doesn't mean wala nang opportunity. Abangan po natin yung official announcement for the newer ones. So yun po yung kagandahan naman dito. Kuya Nikki, congrats din pala natin yung mga tourist visa natin na applicants na mga magulang ng mga international student natin na attend ng graduation ng kanilang mga anak. So salamat po sa tiwala and welcome to Canada. Medyo marami-rami sila, Kuya Nikki.
Yes, yun po. Totoo po yun. If you are mga magulang po ng mga international student, yes po, mas mataas yung chance po ma-approve, lalo na kung tourist visa, kasi you have enough reason po to join the convocation ng mga anak ng anak po ninyo, no, to celebrate the new chapter of his life or her life po dito sa Canada.
Or another milestone
Yes.
in a different country. Ayan.
Iba yun ha, ibang feeling yun na you have graduated from one of the prestigious country, no, sa mundo.
Yes.
And sa mga nag-graduate po, please be reminded po the next step, Kuya Mikmik, regarding the PGWP. Kung ano nating ilang months ba or kailangan ba may trabaho, pahapyawan natin, bro.
Ayan. So, laging tanong ko yan, Nikki, for example, if may asawa ko, kailangan ba may trabaho si OWP para ma-extend? So the answer is no. May trabaho, wala si OWP, pwede ma-extend. Pero ang primary kailangan maasikaso si student mag-transition to PGWP. So paglabas po ng letter of completion tsaka official transcript, minsan kasi Kuya Nikki, iba nalilito. Pag may transcript na, akala nila yun na. Pero minsan yung mga transcript, unofficial pa. Kasi sometimes, nagbabago pa yung transcript even if nakuha nyo na yung unofficial. May official talaga and kadalasan sabay po ito sa letter of completion ninyo. So once you get your letter of completion, pwede na tayo mag-submit ng PGWP application at you can start garnering that work hours, unlimited hours po. So, and then kung skill job, 3 pay stubs, ito lagi sinasabi namin, skill job, 3 pay stubs para ma-extend si OWP. Maraming gumagawa nung hindi opposite of that and yun nga po, maraming na-deny. So, doon na lang tayo sa traditional. Sa amin po, we've been always doing it the traditional way. Skill job, 3 pay stubs. Ang challenge dito yung paghahanap ng trabaho. So, we always tell people, don't look for a job on the last minute. Always start looking a semester before you actually start your work para mahaba yung panahon niyo sa paghahanap ng trabaho.
Yes. And of course, yung mga viewers po natin, inanyahan po natin na please do share this live. Mag-shoutout lang tayo bro kahit paano para baka makalimutan natin si Rosana Barry Cabalteja. Hello, hello. Good morning.
Hello po.
Luvilin Galia Lumele. Hello mga Kuyas, good morning. And also
Po.
si Miss Leila, ang ating regular na viewers natin, not followers, si Leila Paragas Casilla from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello po, ma'am. Ayan.
So, without further ado po, we're gonna introduce our visitor for today. He's from Norquest College. He's the manager, recruitment manager for Norquest College, and he's a regular visitor of one of our closest friends here in Canada. Please help me welcome Mr. Saurabh from Norquest College. There you go. Good morning, Saurabh.
Morning, Nick, and morning, Mike, for inviting me. And hello, everyone. Good morning here from Edmonton, Canada.
Yes. So, Saurabh, we're gonna teach you how to speak in Filipino, in Tagalog.
Yeah, I know. Muganda umaga.
Yes, there you go.
I'm impressed.
Yes, yes. Muganda umaga, and friend is pare. So I know that much.
Do you know what kuya means?
No, I don't know that. Yes.
Kuya means big brother.
Big brother.
Big brother. Oh, okay.
We call it
Okay.
big brother kuyas. No, we are the
Okay.
big brothers
Yes.
of our Filipino international students. So, like big brothers, we always take care of them. Not only, helping them with the right school, we also help them settle down here in Canada. And we look forward. Some of the parents are even telling us that, please take good care of our kids. And yeah, we're very excited, Saurabh. If we will give you the floor, and of course, Norquest, Saurabh will give you more details about it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mike and Nick, for that. If you want, I can give a very quick introduction and then we can move on to our presentation because I do have a presentation. I'll take probably 15, 20 minutes to go over that and then we'll focus more on your questions. So as already Nick mentioned, my name is Saurabh and I'm the manager for international recruitment and student support here at Norquest College. So Norquest College is one of a public funded community college. So we are located here in the city of Edmonton, from where I'm joining. And of course, they already talked about Alberta being a popular destination, and I'll explain it a bit more why Alberta is a very popular destination. And there are many reasons behind it. I think one of the main reasons for attraction to come to Alberta is affordability. So Alberta is considered one of the most affordable province here in Canada, and one that attracts a lot of people. And a lot of people are doing inter-provincial migration now to Alberta. Alberta is getting a lot of people moving here. In Alberta, we received around 70,000 people this last year. That was a huge number of people coming here. And it's not just international students. There are a lot of Canadians who are also moving here. And we'll tell you a little bit about some economic factors that makes Alberta very attractive. So once we go to our slide, and we will, okay, thank you. I think we have to go on in the front. Okay, I'll go in the start of the slide. So this is the starting of the slide. Edmonton is located in Alberta, Edmonton. So Norquest College here, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Alberta's economy here in this slide. So Alberta has the highest GDP per capita as compared to any other province in Canada. And again, GDP per capita is one of, if you talk to any economist out there, they'll say, okay, if I have to find out like which is a good place to live, what is the one metrics I should look at? And they'll always say to you, look at GDP per capita, because GDP per capita pretty much defines the standard of living. Because if you're making a lot of money, but it's very expensive to live here, your standard of living is still not good. But if you're making good money and expenses are less, then your standard of living is better. So it's all come down to standard of living pretty much anywhere in the world you're living. So right now, Alberta has the highest GDP per capita among any other Canadian provinces out there. So that's one of the things that makes Alberta very attractive. Also, Alberta is the leader in the GDP growth rate. So again, in simple language, GDP growth rate means a lot of new jobs are being added into the economy, and that's how your GDP grow. If more jobs add into the economy, then only your GDP is growing. And because there are a lot of jobs being added into Alberta's economy has been the leader. So last year it was 2.6% GDP growth rate. This year it's going to be 1.4%. It's a little bit lower because the Canada's economy is a little bit contracting this year, and we're expecting that next year in 2025 Canada's economy is going to grow again and the GDP will go again. So because there's always a correction in economies, this year we consider as an economy or the year of correction. And also Alberta has the youngest population because Alberta has a lot of kids. Because in Alberta we are very traditional conservative. So a lot of Canadians, a lot of immigrants have kids. So Alberta has the largest working population percentage as compared to any other province. And also employment growth in Edmonton is also great. Every year 4% more jobs are adding into the economy. Now, why I'm telling all these things, just to give you a little bit sense of how the economic indicators are telling you there's something right happening in Alberta, and that's the reason why people are moving here. And also Alberta has the lowest unemployment rate right now of 6.3%. So pretty much like close to 94% people who really want to work have a job. And then also in Edmonton, as I mentioned before, every year 4% more jobs are increasing. So and a lot of the international students usually come and ask me, can I find a part-time job? And the answer is yes, they can definitely find a part-time job because the economy is growing, the jobs are adding up, and Edmonton is not an oversaturated city where so many people are coming that is saturating the economy. Yes, we are lately getting a lot of people, but a lot of people make a move after they find a job here. So anyways, I think one thing that is mainly I want to highlight for a student, because I'm just taking all these numbers from a student perspective, because when you're looking at this, you're saying, okay, that's great. The standard of living is good. GDP is good. Okay. The employment is growing. Unemployment rate is low. Okay. That's all good thing. But what it means for me as a student. So what it means for you as a student is basically like what sectors are going to grow. You need to focus as a student to make the right program choice, because if you make the right program choice and you go into the sector which is going to grow in next 6 years, you will land into a good job. So right now in Edmonton, the sectors which are growing are technology and innovation. So Edmonton right now is home to Alberta Machine Learning Intelligence Institute. The government of Alberta, the government of Canada is investing heavily in artificial intelligence. If you look at the budget, the recent budget of Canada, you'll see they're heavily investing in artificial intelligence. They're heavily investing in childcare. They're heavily investing in healthcare and environment, green economy. So these are the things where the government is putting money. And if they're putting a money, of course, that sectors are going to grow. So that's why you see technology, growing sector, energy and sustainability, because we're in Alberta. So energy is a big part of our economy here. Health, there's a lot of money input into that sector. Also, social science, humanities is another sector where there's a lot of money put in. Education and environmental field, because again, Canada aspires to become a net zero carbon emission country by 2030. So these are the main sectors where you'll see a lot of growth happening in the next 6 years. Okay, now I'll quickly just touch on it because we already talked about these things. Like a lot of people, when they compare destination, they say, okay, why should I go to Edmonton? One of the main reason for Filipinos is there are a lot of Filipinos here to come to Edmonton. And I was just talking to Nick and I was telling him and Mike, because he was recently in Edmonton, that we have now 3 to 4 Jollibees here. So there are a lot of Jollibees here in Edmonton. It used to be, I remember still 4 years ago, there was only one Jollibee. Now there are 3, they're constructing a 4th one. So that pretty much tells you there are a lot of Filipinos in Edmonton. So you will not be the only Filipino in the city. There's a huge community. So when you have your own community here, of course, you have a more support system. and more connection with the community. The other thing which is bringing a lot of Filipinos and other peoples also to Edmonton is cost of living. Still in downtown Edmonton, you can rent apartment anywhere from $700 or even a house from $700 to $1,200, anywhere between that range. It all depends what you're looking for. And this is very affordable. I know if you ask Nick and Mike, they know the market and the real estate market of Canada. They'll tell you this is a pretty hard price to beat. And also taxes are low, like only 5% tax. So that's definitely very, very low as compared to any province. So you can't beat 5% tax. Immigration options are there. We have Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. We do have 3 popular streams: Alberta Opportunity Stream, Alberta Express Entry, and also the Alberta Rural Renewal Stream. Right now, Alberta Opportunity Stream is on a hold a little bit, but it's going to open up soon. And Alberta Express Entry is very attractive because right now, Express Entry points are somewhere between 540 or 520, that range. But recently, there was a draw in Alberta, and one of the health professional got a PR with 302 points. So it's unbelievable that you can definitely get immigration with only 302 points in Alberta. I don't think it's possible in many other places in Canada. Also, employment-wise, I already mentioned, I'll not go too much into it, that you see the economic indicators. Also, the incomes are higher here in Alberta. You see a comparison here. Yeah, the minimum wage is around $15, but most of the, I would say, wholesale outlets which hire a lot of students like Walmart, Superstore, they usually hire from 17.5, like $17.5 an hour, usually in Walmart and all that, and they go up from there. So students can definitely earn some money. And of course, right now it's 20 hours a week for off-campus work, but from fall it's going to change. It's going to go up to 24 hours. So any students who are coming in the future will be able to work 24 hours per week, while they're studying at the college. So these are all good reasons why to come to Edmonton. So this is how our downtown campus looks like. So we are pretty much in the heart of the city. This is called the Ice District, which is close to the ice hockey stadium. So we are there, and we have a very good connectivity with the train because we have a LRT train system in Edmonton. We have a bus network, so it's very close. There's a new train line is coming, and we are going to have a Norquest College station very soon in 2 years. So it will be very, very convenient for students to get off that station and just pretty much walk to the college. We do have another campus. If you go on our website, you'll see a Wetaskiwin campus. But I will not talk about Wetaskiwin campus. It's another city 90 kilometers from downtown because right now we do not have any international student there, but it may change in the future. And then, of course, we'll announce that. A little bit about the college. So we are the only public funded community college in the city of Edmonton. So that's why we call ourselves Edmonton's Community College. We are one of the largest public funded community college in Alberta. We have 16,000 full-time and part-time students. If we include our continuing education student, then we make around 20,000 students. We are very diverse. So if you come to our campus, you'll find people from all over the world. And you see it here in numbers that we have students from more than 100 countries, so many languages spoken on campus. We also have a very diverse domestic student population. We have close to 2,000 to 3,000 Indigenous learners also, which is one of the part of the culture here in Edmonton, which is the Indigenous people of Canada. Okay, so that's a little bit about us. And then we've been in existence for a long time. Norquest College was created or was established in 1965. So it will be 60 years for us by next year. Okay. Now, what makes us unique? So I think something I just want to point out here at Norquest College. So we make our programs based on the local labor market needs. We just don't offer a program because the name of that program is really fancy. No, it has to be tied with the labor market outcome. Because at the end of the day, our program should lead to an employment, a meaningful employment. And a lot of our programs that we build here, we keep in mind that it has at least 80% or plus employment rate. That's the key part of the program. And also just by academic knowledge, you will not get job. So in every program we offer here, we have practical training. We call it work integrated learning. So every program you will get some kind of experience, and you don't have to worry. We have a work integrated learning and career education center. They will find the practicum for you. You just have to show up and show your commitment. And we do have recently 40% practicum to employment ratio. 40% of the students who take their practicum seriously may get their practicum leading to employment. That's pretty high. You may think 40% is low. No, it's pretty high, because not many practicums lead to employment, but it is happening. It's around 40%. And then plus the other one are students applying for other jobs once they get a Canadian experience. So we always tell students, take your practicum seriously. And we have two kind of program. In one, there is mandatory practicum. You cannot graduate without practicum. Other programs, we have optional practicum. So we always tell international student, take practicum even in optional practicum program, because you have zero Canadian experience. You need the Canadian experience the most, way more than the domestic student. So that is something our recommendation. And again, there's one more thing I'll mention, that there's one metrics as a college we focus heavily on, which is our graduate employment rate. How many of our students are getting job? And we measure that every year. This is our key performance indicator, because as a college we do not have any ranking, so this is our KPI. So right now it's anywhere between 85 to 95% of the students are able to find job within 6 months of graduation. Okay, so these are things I'll highlight here. Now moving forward, this is one of the slogan of the college. So if you go on our website, one of our slogan at the college is graduate with experience. It's more important to get an experience than just a diploma or a degree. So this is a huge emphasis here, and these are different kind of practicum. So for example, if you're taking any health program, you have clinical placement. You're taking humanities program, we have work placement, field placement, community service learning. If you're in a STEM program, you will have a co-op. It could be paid, could be unpaid. And then if you're doing a professional certificates, then we have practicum. It's usually 3 months to 4 months practicum. So 90% of our practicums are unpaid. There are some paid practicum, but not the majority of the practicum are paid. Majority are unpaid practicum. And we do give students a transcript also. So if you say, well, I graduated, I want a transcript showing my experience. Yes, we can issue you a transcript showing your experience. That will validate that you did do that practicum at the college. And sometimes employers ask for that transcript. It's becoming a growing trend, because any can claim I have worked 6 months or 7 months. How to validate that claim? So it's a growing trend among employers. So that's why we started issuing the experience transcript also. So this is about the importance of applied learning. Now this is a very important slide. And this is one thing that I always tell students, that you need to focus when you are choosing a program. So a lot of times students ask, okay, which is the high demand program and all that. So usually when Alberta launches this short-term employment forecast every year, they do it for 3 years. So this is for 2023, 2024, and 2025. So they have high demand program, they have medium demand, and they have low demand. So where we want to focus is high demand and medium demand. Low demand we don't want to focus on. If you see on the occupation, no surprise, health is on top. And you'll see 84% of the occupations in health are in high or medium demand, followed by sales and services, because it's a big sector in Canada. A lot of people find job in retail and wholesale trade. It's a big sector here in Canada. That's where the majority of the jobs are. So of course, no surprises, that sector is there. Then we have natural sciences, which is environmental sciences, what I mean to say. So environmental science is another field where it's a growing field. You'll see this is the third largest in demand sector here, followed by business. But in business, you need to be more strategic. We don't need just general business grad. We need finance graduates. We need accounting. We need human resource and some administration. So these are the occupations where we need in business. Then there are trades and transportation, then followed by social science, community service workers, early learning, childcare. They're all pretty much in this occupation. And then, of course, below, if you go below that, you will see that the in-demand occupations are going down. Yes, there are less in-demand jobs in manufacturing, less in-demand job in agriculture, less in-demand job in arts and culture. And then, of course, we don't need that many legislative or senior management occupation also. So these are pretty much like you will see here, the spectrum of demand. So what you will see that majority of the programs Norquest offer is health, natural science, artificial intelligence, business in finance, accounting, HR, and then social science programs. So this is the spectrum we remain in because this is the higher spectrum of demand. So we want to offer those programs where majority of the occupation in that sector are in high demand or medium demand. So we follow this spectrum a lot when we are designing that program. So it's very important for you to know the demand when you're choosing the program. Okay, I'll quickly go through it. So we do have all these programs in business, environmental science, technology, health science, community studies, arts and science. And again, I'll not go too much into detail today, but we'll focus on few programs where we have seats. But in business, yes, we do have business diploma. We have 1-year programs like accounting technician, administrative professional. If you are a student who have already diploma or a degree, you're a mature learner, you have a master's degree and you say, I've already done a master's, like I don't want to do a master's again. What I can do, then you can go for professional certificate like supply chain management. So there is a lot of demand in supply chain management here in Edmonton because we have a lot of warehouses here. Amazon is here, Apple is here, Samsung big warehouses are here because of the location of Edmonton. A lot of things go from here to northern BC, northern Alberta, northern Saskatchewan, and Northwest Territories and Yukon. So there are a lot of jobs in supply chain. Food and beverage is linked to hospitality. And there are a lot of jobs in hospitality, especially in 17 to 18 cities, which are in Rocky Mountains, in Jasper, Banff. Then we have business analysis. And then we have environmental and technology. As I mentioned before, environmental is one of the things that government is heavily investing on. And then machine learning program is into artificial intelligence, machine learning. But you should have the appetite to learn coding. So a lot of time now, the employers need people who know coding. So we teach you Python language, we teach you JavaScript. So those are the two leading languages that you need to know. We will teach you, I mean to say, you don't need to know to come to the program, but you should be ready to learn those two languages. And then in community services, we have very popular program like early learning, childcare, child and youth care, social work, community support worker, and all that. And in health, we have very popular program like nursing. We have two programs in nursing. One is for high school students, and the other program is for students who have already a nurse or any kind of health professional. Could be a doctor, could be a pharmacist, and all that. And Norquest has Canada's largest nursing program. We have pharmacy technician program. We have interdisciplinary therapy. We have healthcare aid. This is very high demand programs also. So all these are definitely high demand program. I'm going to summarize this like for programs, like to bring some spotlights here. So these are some of the programs. Business administration diploma is a very popular program, especially those majors I mentioned, human resource, accounting, and finance, because there are a lot of jobs here after that. And we have seats right now for fall and winter intake. That early learning is very popular. Healthcare aid is popular. Practical nursing, and then you see here the list. We have STEM program, machine learning, environmental science, and we have some university transfer programs as well. We do have partnership with the University of Alberta, which is among the top 5 universities in Canada. So there are some options in there. Again, I'll not go into too much detail. You can reach out to the team, the Sun-Cor team here, and they're experts, and they'll tell you all the information about the programs and all that. I just want to highlight that we have recently changed our application system, which is an exciting news. We are moved now to a virtual admission system. And again, if you are applying your application through Sun-Cor, they will have their own access. They'll submit the application. And what has happened positive in VAS is that our processing time is going to go down. Currently, it's taking 7 business days to get an offer letter if we have seat available. But with this, we are hoping to bring it down to 4 to 5 days. So within 4 to 5 days, hopefully you'll be able to get your offer letter, and this system will speed up the application process. This is just to give you an idea about the where to go and look for this VAS portal. But again, if you're applying through Sun-Cor, you don't have to worry about it. They'll take care of all your application needs, and they will give you updates about the application. Just to summarize here, like for our application fee is $155. And then, as I mentioned, within 4 to 5 days, you should get your offer letter. Once you get it, you just pay $1,000 tuition deposit. I think this is probably the lowest tuition deposit in the whole of Canada. And you just pay $1,000 tuition deposit, and then you confirm your seat. And then you need to also submit your official transcript. And then once you pay $1,000 tuition deposit, then we will ask the government of Alberta for provincial attestation letter, and then we will send it to you. So you'll receive the provincial attestation letter, and with that, then again, the Sun-Cor team can help you to apply for study permit. So that's pretty much like the process, how that goes. Again, I'll not go into the IELTS, because for Filipino students, if you studied 12 years in Philippines, that could be old 10-year high school plus 2 years of university courses, 2 years of diploma. And if you have a medium of instruction letter, you can get an IELTS waiver. You don't have to worry about IELTS. You can get admission without IELTS, even for nursing and all those programs. There's only one program where we need IELTS, which is pharmacy technician. Because the Pharmacy Council of Canada requires IELTS score, and we only need 6.5 with no one less than 6 in pharmacy technician. All other programs at our college for Filipino student, it's waived. Even for new high school student, if you're done in the new 12-year high school, you will be waived the IELTS requirement. And this is our application deadline. We are currently open for application for fall 2024, winter 2025. And you can see the application deadline. We close our application 11 weeks in advance. And for spring 2025, we are going to open the application on June 1st. So very soon, we'll be opening the application for spring 2025 as well. And scholarships. So we do have two kind of scholarship. One is the entrance scholarship. So for that, the student must have 70% marks. And then you have to submit a letter. And this is for new students. And 70% marks is based on your Filipino education. And then you may get $1,000 scholarship. This is merit-based scholarship. And then for our ongoing students, you can apply for scholarship every fall and winter intake. If you score 85% with us, you may get $2,000 scholarship. Again, this is not guaranteed that you'll get scholarship, because this is all merit-based. So you're competing with other students. Something to keep in mind. Now we're pretty much coming to the end of the presentation. So I think a lot of students have asked us, so that's why I'm just presenting this, that, okay, all these changes have happened. There's provincial attestation letter. What is the impact on Norquest? What is the impact of Alberta? So Alberta, to be honest, it's a beneficiary of this change, because Alberta was only getting 6% of the international students coming to Canada. And now we have been given around 8 to 9% share. So our share has increased. So we are our growth province, and we got 40,000 plus attestation letters. For Norquest also, we have got more provincial attestation letters. So I know in some provinces it's an issue. Like they are saying, for this program will not give you provincial attestation letter, for this they will not give it. But in Alberta and at Norquest, for every program I showed you, you will get an attestation letter. So getting an attestation letter is not an issue. It's not a challenge. So that is something just want to mention. And again, if you're coming here for settlement aspect, that's good, because a lot of our programs are aligned with the labor market needs, and immigration usually look at the labor market needs. And a lot of the immigration trends are, they want to do now occupation-based express entry draws, and others also. So it's going to the trend of the labor market needs. Okay. And this is our Instagram. So I know a lot of you are on Instagram. Follow us on Norquest International. We have a lot of great videos there for you to see. And this is our contact information, but I'll defer to Sun-Cor, because they are our great partner in Philippines. So they're one-stop shop. So you can reach out to them for any question regarding Norquest and visas and all those kind of things. And yes, now we can take questions or anything, Nick, you want to highlight as well.
I think, Nick, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Sarah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that informative discussion. Well, I'm just here myself. I'm not used to it. But yes, Northwest College is one of the top school in Alberta. I
Yes.
think they are the top school in Alberta when it comes to a public community college, because Saurabh said they're the only one in that area. But for Filipinos, I think Edmonton, Alberta, has the most Filipino population. As Sarah said, they have three Jollibees, one Max restaurant. They have Potato Corner, and of course, if you go to one of the biggest mall in, I don't know if it's entire Canada, uh,
Most
yeah, the West Edmonton Mall, you will not feel homesick because most of the workers in that mall are Filipinos. From restaurant, you can go to the food court, you can go to the retail stores, and of course, Filipinos loves to see other Filipinos as well. And we always, we won't feel homesick. And in other words, there's a lot of jobs opportunity because the location itself of Northwest College is in the heart of the city, and the programs they offer are the programs that the city needs. They don't just offer programs, just for the reason to offer programs. They make sure that most of the students have co-op jobs or field placement, so they already have experience once they finish their program, so they are ready for a real job once they graduate their program. And Saurabh, just to clarify, um, you mentioned that the letter of acceptance, you're targeting at least 4 to 5 days to provide it.
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
fast.
business days. Yeah.
That's fast.
Business, and the deposit is only $1,000 for to get the letter of acceptance, and to get the PAL, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
And good thing is, Saurabh also mentioned the $155 application fee. But with Sun-Cor, once you get the LOA with us, we will reimburse your that application fee once your visa get approved. And not only that, you will be represented by our licensed immigration consultant, Sir Michael, to really understand which of the permanent residency of Alberta that applies to your profile. So, Kuya Mikmik, can you share those PR pathways that Alberta is offering?
I think what's good about Norquest is, as Sarab has identified, there's a good mix of what has a strong demand, a medium demand, and a lot of those are offered by Norquest, and they're also in demand across not only in Edmonton but all over Alberta. So for hospitality, there's the tourism. There's a new pathway for the tourism sector. It's recently closed, but it's going to open again. Alberta Opportunity Stream, or AOS, has always been a staple for most international students. It's currently been paused last February, but it's not dead. It's just paused because they're processing all the applications they've got, and I'm sure it's going to open just like any other province that's very aggressive right now. They tend to get a lot of people to fill in the labor gaps. There's also the regular AAIP, Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. So there's a lot on top of the federal programs of the Express Entry. So there are a lot of opportunities for Filipinos. And what's good with Alberta, Kuya Nikki, you won't feel homesick because Alberta is one of those provinces, especially Edmonton, that has a very high concentration of Filipinos. So if you're anxious because, oh, I might miss Filipino food, I might miss my community, I might miss talking on my own dialect in Edmonton, don't worry, because there's a really good mix of Filipinos from different parts of the world. There's Seafood City, so you want there's a regular Filipino grocery for you. There are a lot of Filipino families selling food trays. So if you're missing a certain dish, most likely you'll find it there. We saw a lot of Filipino restaurants and bakery actually in Edmonton when me and Koyaniki visited. So you won't miss out. There's a big Filipino gathering most of the time there. So if you want to find Filipino friends, where do you go? Basketball court, church, and the mall. That's and park. So that's where you'll see most of the Filipinos hanging out. And of course, Filipino to Filipino relationship is it's easy to find, easy to make friends. The support is there, so it's actually a good place. I recently visited. I just came home, I think a few days ago. So I really enjoyed my stay in Edmonton. Um, I had a different perspective of the downtowns. It's really good because normally when we go Edmonton, it's only Norquest and West Edmonton Mall. But this time around, we get to go around and get to see like there's there's like a green. How do you call it, Saurabh? The one with the pyramids. It's like a greenery with.
Yeah. There's a lot of greenery. It's called Mutart Conservatory, which
Oh
is
yeah.
the which is in downtown. And just to add, what Mike is mentioning is that Edmonton is one of the city which has the highest amount of parks and highest amount of green
Oh,
space in
great.
any big city in Canada. So you're right, you were seeing a lot of greenery because that's how the city has been built. It has a lot of green space within the city. So if you're a nature lover and you
Yeah.
still want to live in a big city with 1.5 million people, why Edmonton is a good place to be.
Oh yes. And also there's an airport. So don't forget about that. It's very accessible if let's say you're the type of person who wants to go on vacations, there's an airport available. So you don't have to drive all the way somewhere else just to ride a plane.
Yeah, and one of the Saurabh mentioned about the tourism as well. It's very high demand right now because it's close to most of the parks like Lake Louis, Banff, Jasper,
Yes.
and what event that bro during the summertime, that the huge event that happens in Alberta.
Uh, oh, that's the Stampede, but that's on the other city. But it's still accessible to you if you want to see. I don't know how they call the Stampede because I've never seen it, even if I'm in, in
Yeah,
Calgary. But
yeah. We have a heritage festival which happens and which is the equivalent of Stampede. So
oh, there
Stampede
it
happens
is.
in Stampede happens in Calgary, and in Edmonton we have a big we have big festival which is called Heritage Festival. That's a big that, but also Edmonton have many festival. Edmonton is called the Festival City of Canada, so we
Oh,
have a lot of festivals all around the year. We have winter festival, we have summer festival, and fall festival. So there are a lot of festivals. So you'll if you like fun, there are a lot of festivals within the city of Edmonton.
Yes. And Sarah, maybe you can also share, especially the practical nursing diploma for international education.
Yes, yes. So this is one of the programs which is called Practical Nursing Diploma for Internationally Educated Nurses. It's a very unique program, and this program we have seats available for fall 2024 and winter 2025. This is mainly for students who have done any kind of degree or diploma in health science. Could be a nurse, could be a doctor, could be a pharmacist, could be a nutritionist, could be anyone who's done a biotechnology. All those background students can apply. And the good thing about this program is that there are a lot of practicums involved in it. It's a very high demand program right now. And even students who are enrolled in this program could apply for a bursary. It's called Bursary for Internationally Educated Nurses through the government of Alberta. Again, it's not a guarantee that you'll get it. It's kind of a lottery because there are only 100 spots for every year that government has, and whichever first 100 applicants apply, they will give it to them. But in that bursary, there's a caveat, and the caveat is that you have to sign a 4.5 years agreement, service agreement with government of Alberta, that you will serve as a nurse in the rural Alberta. If you are agreeing to that, you may get $30,000 as a bursary in different installments over 2 years while you're in the program. But you have to perform that service agreement. If you quit that service agreement, then you will have to give that money back to the government. So that's something unique about this program, and you can probably guess how much desperate the government of Alberta is right now, and how much
yes.
shortage of nurses is, because they're giving away $30,000 for you to just work, and you're of course getting your salary on top of that. So this is one of the program. We have a lot of seats available right now for fall and for winter. And for Filipino students, there is no IELTS required. If you have done a degree and diploma in health science, just apply and you'll get an offer letter. And then, of course, on above practical nursing, there's another program, machine learning analyst. Just want to highlight it. This is again a program on in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, coding. So if you are good in coding, you like machine learning, you want to do something in AI, because artificial intelligence is something, it's going to impact everybody's work. My work, Nick's work, Mike's work, everybody's work. Work is going to be impacted by AI. So this is something that is futuristic program, and it's a great skill set to have. And this program has also practicum co-op. So we have seats available in future in the fall 2024 and winter 2025. And again, no IELTS required in this one. And then of course, business is another one. And we have also seats in fall also, fall 2024, winter 2025. So for fall intake, whether you are a student within Canada or outside, you still have time to apply. And you can apply for fall intake. And in business, we have various specialization like accounting, HR, finance, which are really high demand right now. So these are the three programs that we're just mentioning here, which are available right now, and you can get an offer letter in 4 to 5 business days.
Wow.
And more programs. Yes. So we have here settlement studies. This is another unique program. We have seat available in winter 2025. So settlement study is mainly for someone who are a people person who really wants to work with people. And Edmonton has become a home for a lot of refugees who are coming to Canada, because it's a very affordable city to live in. So the government is sending a lot of refugees to Edmonton because it's cheaper for them to settle down refugees here. So right now, Canada is receiving a lot of Ukrainian refugees. You probably may hearing in the news. A lot of them, close to 40,000 Ukrainians came to Edmonton. You'll not believe, but that's a big number. But a lot of Ukrainians came here. Also, we have a lot of refugees who have come from Venezuela, Colombia, and other countries, Afghanistan. They came here. And a lot of these refugees are settled by settlement agencies. They could be NGOs, they could be private organization. And students who graduate from this program are working in those settlement agencies, helping those refugees to settle down in Canada. So this program is a little bit linked with social work. Once you complete this program, if you want, you can also venture into a social work field. But for that, you'll have to do a social work program also. But this is linked to that. And also we have supply chain for winter 2025, 1-year program. And this is mainly for students who've done a degree or diploma, or even if you've done a master's, you say, well, I've already done my master, I don't want to do another master's. And then this is a great program. This program is accredited by Supply Chain Canada. And once you complete this program with some work experience, you can write an exam with Supply Chain Canada and you can become supply chain management professional. So that's a designation, which will definitely add a lot of value, and your employment prospects go up. And supply chain is a very, very high demand occupation right now in Edmonton, in Alberta. Because of COVID, everybody value now supply chain logistic, because this is an essential service. So supply chain professionals are in high demand. And arts and science is another program. This is mainly for students who want to do a bachelor's degree or who want to go into social media also. So in arts and science diploma, it's a 2-year program, and we have a specialization. We have a specialization called new media, communication, and technology. So if you're a person who say, I like social media, I like communication, I like to write content, I want to become a content creator, I want to become a content editor, and there is a lot of that skill set in high demand. So, and we will teach you how to be a communication skill writer. So you will know how to write communication, how to do that. And new media is more focused on social media. So you can go into that. And after completing this program, you can also do a bachelor's. And it's a 2+2 program. So you can go to a university, study 2 more years, and get a bachelor's also later on. And a lot of students do that. A lot of students are pragmatic. They say, okay, I'll do my diploma now. I'll get a 3-year work permit. I'll get my permanent residency. And once I get a permanent residency, then I'll do my bachelor's degree on a domestic tuition fee, which kind of makes sense. So that is another program for you if you are a person who likes social media and wants to go into new media, communication, and technology. This program is available in fall 2024 and winter 2025. So this is again a great skill set, because a lot of people have that, a side I would say, thing that they're doing content creation. So this is again a great skill set to have. So these are some of the programs we are highlighting where we have seats available. And if you apply and you just apply without IELTS, and you can get an offer letter in 4 to 5 days.
Yes. So thank you very much. So yeah, for all the Filipinos, especially for those students that are already here in Canada, we still have a lot of seats available for fall or September 2024. Please don't hesitate to reach out Sun-Cor. You can send us an email at apply@sun-cor.com. And for those students also that who are in doubt of their PR pathways, please do send an email to Kuya Mikmik for one-on-one consultation. Study Work Leave Migrate Canada.com. And you can also visit his website, studyworkleavemigratecanada.com. And you can also book a consultation from there with a licensed immigration consultant. Because, like what Saurabh said, the PR pathway is very important. Studying is another chapter. Coming here in Canada, we need to make sure we know which PR pathway is applicable to our profile, because study visa does not guarantee permanent residency.
It's
Just
also,
to clear that.
sorry, Kuya Nikki. It's also good that we highlighted the tuition fee of the programs.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind for our viewers right now is we are looking at the price and you might be overwhelmed, but that's your investment. Because by the time you finish the program and start working, your your potential earning is way beyond what you actually invested in your studies. So the tuition fee is just, if you look at all the tuition fee, that's just basically the cost of studying if you are a minimum wage earner, more or less. But of course, if you studied in a nice school like Norquest, for example, that would not be what you're aiming for. You're actually potentially going to earn more. That's why on your first year of study, you could actually start profiting from your investment. On an investment point of view, you invest a certain amount for your studies, but the moment you graduate, that's when you start profiting from your actual investment in education. So just like in the Philippines, your parents worked hard for you to study and you were able to get a great career out of it. It's the same goes anywhere, I guess, in the world. So in Canada, it's the same. If you study, you do your time in studying, you learn a new set of skills, you become more competitive, and you become more desirable in the labor market.
Yes. And bro, just want to share the observation we had for the past 2 to 3 years. There's a lot of um, our kababayas or Filipinos, not only Filipinos, moving from one province to Alberta. I think because they know that there's first is for permanent residency pathway. There's a lot of options, and of course, Saurabh said the tax is only 5%. Just imagine if you go to a province like Ontario, which is 30%. Where am I at? And also in British Columbia, it's at 12%.
12%. Yep. Uh,
So
Also with Edmonton, you're staying in one of the bigger cities of Canada, and yet the cost of living is
yes,
actually lower. So you get city amenities, big roads, infrastructure for public transportation and everything, but you're paying like a rural rental rate, something like that. You're in a very high populous place, lots of jobs, but yet you're not paying as much high on rent, for example. So you get to have more of that salary of yours go towards other things that's equally important.
yes, especially for Filipinos who are nurses or who have backgrounds with health. I would really recommend seek a job opportunity in Alberta for health. Trade skills is one of the very in demand right now, especially in Alberta, and a lot more. Early childhood education is the top program for Filipinos in Norquest, but there are a lot like into business and IT, and of course the nursing. So there, for Filipinos,
Let's circle back on the nursing program. If you recall, we had some students who were able to get the bursary. So essentially, they're almost studying for free because
yes,
You pay a certain amount of tuition fee, but you also get the bursary that's I think around $30,000, right, Saurabh? And
That
then
is correct. 30,000.
and
Yeah.
you're basically guaranteed a job after graduation. So you're actually almost studying for free because you're getting support from the government even before you become a permanent resident. And of course, once you're in that situation when you're working and everything, it also builds up towards your permanent residency. For example, if you're a health worker, um, under the health subcategory, the nurses and health support workers are there. So there's also an opportunity for you under the express entry system alone. So that's also something because there's a lot of Filipinos that are into the health program, and this is something that they might want to capitalize on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we had one case, Mike, where a student got only 310 express entry score.
Yes,
And they were able to get PR
yes,
just because they had a job as a nurse. So
yeah,
that's not possible. I don't think you can say, okay, 310 score, you can get a PR through express entry. Not possible,
that,
but it's possible
the
in
lowest,
Alberta.
that's the lowest I saw ever.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and of course, Sarah, before anything else, I would like to invite everyone once again. Northwest College will be with us this coming August 10, 2024 in the Philippines. Uh,
Yes,
it's going to be in Fairmont, Makati, and it's going to be between 12 noon to 5 p.m. We're going to invite everyone to please join us for this free Balikbayan with the Kuyas, or the homecoming with the Big Brothers. So it's going to be a study, work, live, migrate expo to Canada. So Michael, our licensed immigration consultant, will be there to discuss those information, very important information, especially coming here to Canada. And this is for free. Please do register because we're going to be, I think, how many laptops are going to be do a
I don't know.
raffle?
I don't know that part yet, but we are going to raffle a lot. So imagine you're going in for free, and there's a potential that you actually go home with a nice laptop. So you're just and of course the key takeaway there is you learn about Canada. You get to have an educated decision making process once you want if you want to go and proceed with your plans with Canada or not. So this is
Yes.
the information that we're going to present is the most important thing. But of course, the laptop is just as they say, icing on the cake.
Yes, and Northwest College will be there. Will be joining us, and we'll be bringing Northwest to the Philippines.
Yes.
And of course, this is just a one-time event, so please don't forget to register. Bring your friends, bring your family, like you always did for the past 2 years. We did the Balikbayan. It was so amazing that to see people who attend the Balikbayan with the Kuyas. Now we're seeing them here in Canada.
Yes.
So okay, and Saurabh, once again, thank you very much for this informative session. As always, I hope this is not the last for this year. Um, gonna see still each other. We're
Yes.
gonna
Yes.
visit Edmonton soon, and of course,
Okay.
maybe we
Great.
can stop by at Northwest College again. But do you
Yes.
have anything you wanna? I mean, few words before we let you go. I know you're a busy person.
No, 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 no. No, I would say probably the only thing I would say is that, yeah, usually our programs tend to get fill up really soon. So I would recommend that you apply, as we already highlighted few programs like practical nursing, machine learning, business, supply chain settlement, and arts and science diploma for social media people. So those are the programs which are available right now. And as I mentioned, you can get an offer letter in 4 to 5 weeks. And yes, you can apply through Sun-Cor. They are one of our great partners. Highly recommend to work with them. So yeah, we look forward to see you here. And I think one thing I forgot to mention also, Alberta does offer free healthcare from day one. So that's another benefit to come to Alberta. That healthcare is free here, but we do have additional health and dental plan for you, which is added in your tuition fee, which is for your medicine reimbursement. So if you buy your medicine, then you can get reimbursed for what it costed you through that, and then also dental coverage, which is not available in the regular plan, so that will be there. But just want to highlight that that's another thing
Yes.
to think about Alberta as well. But again, thank you again, Mike and Nick, for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much. Don't forget 4 to 5 days LOA. So 4 to 5
Yes.
business days LOA. You cannot
Business
beat that.
days. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Saurabh, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and stay safe, and yeah, see you around.
Take care,
Okay,
sir.
take care, everyone. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Yun. So another session naman po. Maraming salamat again Norquest College for being there as always. So isa po to sa mga schools where marami tayong napapunta. I think we're one of the top
Yes.
partners, no?
Galing ako, Kuya Nikki, dun sa Norquest nung etong ano lang, Tuesday, makita natin ang daming Pilipino na naglalakad yung hallways pag kunyari nag-bell time, lumalabas yung mga estudyante, kakain or what. Ang daming nagtatagalog, daming nagbibisaya, daming nag-Ilocano. So talagang napaka-diverse ng mga Pilipino na nandun din sa Norquest. At ang maganda pa dito, magkakaroon na sila ng LRT or train station na sa Norquest mismo yung stop. So madali na yung commute talaga nila. Siguro by 2025 or 2026 tapos na yung construction. So talaga naman na nakakatuwa yung advancement, tsaka may mga bagong target silang bagong campus for expansion. So Norquest is growing. Norquest is actually building more infrastructure to accommodate the student community talaga.
Yes. And also bro, yung mga kababayan din natin nasa Norquest College po, pag meron po kayong what do you call this one, kailangan about immigration, no? Si Kuya Mikmik po is nasa Calgary lang po. It's just 3 hours drive. But you don't need to visit him naman. You can also book a free, not free, but a paid consultation with Kuya Mikmik. Please don't forget to visit his website, studyworklivemigratecanada.com. You can book a paid consultation po, no? So what are the services that we are offering? So once again, ato pasadahan lang natin po, mabilisan lang. So free LOA assistance, study permit, yan, open work permit, postgrad work permit, any type of work permit, visitor's visa or tourist visa, any types of extension po, mapa new program extension, mapa tourist visa extension, or regular extension sa permit niyo. Once again, we have the Kuya Mikmik as an RCIC or regulated Canadian immigration consultant, has all the credentials to do that. No? And of course, the lahat po ng mga express entry, no? Express entry profiling, paggawa ng profile, ayan po, yung CEC, Federal Skilled, Provincial Nominee Program, and of course, yung Super Visa, no? If you are, kung PR na po kayo or citizen na kayo, if you want to invite your parents or grandparents to stay longer, yan po yung Super Visa. Startup investment, family sponsorship, LMIA, of course, hindi po kami naghahanap ng employer. Just to clear po, no? Hindi po kami recruitment na naghahanap ng employer para sa inyo. Pero pag mayroon po kayo employer na approved with an approved LMIA, we can help you process the working permit po. Ayan. And sabi ni Kuya Mikmik, yung home child care provider or yung home support worker, ito po yung mga caregiver pathway.
Yes.
We also service that, and marami na po tayong napapunta sa field na yon. And lastly, yung citizenship. So nakikita niyo po from student, from tourist to PR to citizenship, nagsiservice po kami. Yan. So mga kapatid, please don't forget, pag kailangan niyo po ng urgent help po dahil hindi matatapos na yung PGWP niyo, hindi niyo pa rin alam paanong gagawin, please do send an urgent email po, no, at info@studyworklivemigratecanada.com para lang po malinawan po tayo, no? Kasi ang daming mga misleading information kumakalat sa social media ngayon, no? Gawin ito, gawin niyo yan.
Tsaka Kuya Nikki, it all starts, if you're planning for Canada or if you're already in Canada, it all starts with proper consultation and information. So for example, typical consultation I'll have is they're coming in with a set predetermined plan, pero upon analysis, makita natin na, ay, bakit, kumbaga sa Philippines, bakit ka pa sasakay ng barko tsaka eroplano? Pwede naman palang isang diretsong kotse lang. Hindi mo na kailangan magpasikot-sikot pa. So sometimes, they have a grand plan in their mind, but there's a more simple way of doing it. So, or minsan, they're targeting a particular candidate na, ito, siya dapat. Pero yun pala yung isa yung mas qualified. So, or minsan, nagta-target kayo ng ibang PR pathway, may iba pa palang mas magandang applicable sa inyo. So, ito yung mga cases po na tinatakal natin sa consultation. For example, Kuya Nikki, may consultation ako nung isang araw. Stress na sila na kasi wala pang trabaho mahanap yung isa. Pero si OWT pala qualified na for PR. So parang sabi ko stress sila on one point, but they're overlooking the other point na meron na palang magandang pathway for them. So ito yung mga bagay na na-identify natin sa consultation, because of course information is vast, very vast, it's all there, but sometimes you may need a guiding hand to actually pull you to the right direction. Yun po yung nangyayari sa consultations natin. And sabi nga namin, kayo ay nag-invest na sa education, wag yung tipidin yung sarili ninyo pagdating sa papuntang PR. So ito po yung napaka-importante.
Iyan po. Shoutout muna tayo, bro, sa ating mga followers, si Miss Gemma Ancheta from
Miss Gemma.
UAE.
Hindi ako magaling sa flag, pero parang Middle East.
Dubai yan, sa Dubai. Ayan.
Yan.
Sabi naman ni Roji Poblete Jr., shoutout from Abu Dhabi. Hello.
UAE.
And ito, may tanong dito si Cody Nala.
I think sinasagot niya, Kuya Nikki, yung tanong nung isa about 20 hours work. So, ito yung sagot ni Sir Cody doon na 20 hours per week kasi ang limit ng international student, except if you found employment in campus. So yung 20 hours per week limit is off campus. Pero the confusion arises when there was a temporary policy to lift the limit. Ito po yung nagkaroon po kasi ng panahon between 2022 and 2024 na sa laki ng labor shortage, yung mga international students that were really eager to work, sila na yung nagpuno ng labor shortage. Kaya inalis yung 20-hour per week limit. Pero ngayon po, nagtapos na po siya nung katapusan ng Abril. So ngayon po, balik na tayo sa regular na 20 hours, tapos unlimited hours pag scheduled school break naman po.
Ayan. Hello, shoutout tayo kay Franz Casilia. Hello po, watching from Bulacan.
Ay, hello po. Hello.
May tanong, last question natin to. Hello, good day. Planning of going to Canada po. As of the moment, I'm still studying in the Philippines. Second year college, second sem. I want to check if I'm already eligible. Thanks for answering. Dines L, actually, the minimum requirement is at least high school graduate if you want to study here in Canada. No, mapa-old curriculum or new curriculum ka man, at least high school graduate po kayo. Ayan, ito naman po si Lawrence Rain. Hello, Kuyas. Looking forward sa appointment mamaya with Kuya Mikmik. Ayan, bro.
Kita-kita po tayo mamaya. Siguro kayo po yung mamaya. Tama. Meron nga.
Godfrey Gore. Good morning, watching here in Toronto. Yes. Hello.
Ako rin si Sir Godfrey mamaya.
It's very interesting, Kuya. Thank you, Ras.
Ay, salamat, Sir Reggie.
Ano naman po si
Jen Quinones, Paitan. Kuya, we have an appointment.
Last day we waited, but virtually busy ata kayo. Please do send us an email po. No? Minsan kasi na-extend yung isang namin. I don't know if kay Kuya sa akin ba to or kay Kuya Mikmik, but please.
Okay. Pero kung minsan people get confused between Calgary time and Ontario time, or if you're in a different part of Canada. Lagi po namin sinasabi sa consultation, Mountain Time. So that means sa Toronto po, -2 hours. Yun po yung Mountain Time meaning Alberta time po. Kung nasa British Columbia naman kayo, we have a 1 hour difference. So yun naman po yung Yun po yung mga natin dito. Si Miss Jen, I think Kuya Nicky, baka doon siya sa 15-minute one-on-one yata. So
Yeah.
check nyo kasi minsan, of course, either in my case or in Kuya Nicky's case, sometimes the time limit is not applicable kasi sometimes kung masyadong mabigat yung usapan or masyadong malaki yung problema, you cannot contain it in a certain time. But please do reach out kung naano kayo. You feel na baka naman kasi mali din yung time zone na tinitignan niyo, madam. Baka normally
Ganito lang. Bro, siguro sa akin naman, if I miss your one-on-one, you can send me a WhatsApp or Viber text po, no? Yung number ko po nasa mismong website at saka Facebook. Direct number ko po yan.
Kuya Nicky na mismo tatawag sa inyo. Yan.
Yes. Ayan. So I guess, bro, this summarizes our session for today sa Morning with the Kuyas. Once
Ayan.
again, we would like to invite everyone sa upcoming event po ng Sun-Cor, Balikbayan with the Kuyas, this coming August 10, 2024. It's a Saturday po sa Fairmont, Makati. It's going to be from 12 noon to 5 p.m. So study, work, live, migrate to Canada Expo. So we will discuss lahat po ng pathways for PR. Si Kuya Mikmik po magdi-discuss po doon. This is going to be a free event. Please don't forget to register kasi marami kaming paraffle like laptops and more. And magkita-kita po tayo. Kami mismo po ang may-ari ng Sun-Cor is uuwi po from Canada. No, para lang gawin itong educational expo. It's a free event once again. One time, one event. And of course, we want to make sure na covered po lahat before man kayo magbayad sa agency, before man kayo mag-engage when it comes to international student. We will be having at least 15 to 20 schools din po from Canada that will be joining us. Ayan. So yun, maraming salamat once again. Congratulations sa mga nakaka-graduate lang po at saka yung nakakuha ng PR. Yung mga kakadating lang po, kakastart ng klase nila last week. Welcome to Canada. Pray lang po tayo that everything will be okay. And of course, the Kuyas are always here. We're just one call, chat, email away. If you need our help, just let us know. So, thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Ako po si Kuya Nicky, ang inyong education consultant.
Ako po si Kuya Mikmik, ang inyong immigration consultant. We're looking forward to see you guys sa August 10 po sa Fairmont, Makati, 12 to 5 p.m. Masaya po to. It's gonna be bigger, better, more prices, and more fun para po sa ating one-time big time seminar for Balikbayan with the Kuyas 2024.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Happy weekend.
Bye-bye.